to the audio real quick and get this off before we get audio and visual. Menu music. There we go. There we go. Hopefully YouTube does not demonetize me over that, even though it will not really matter too much. Alright. Getting the pen and paper ready. Alright. We are back with another live series, connected franchise mode. The Nationals franchise was just starting to get a little bit boring, and the NHL playoffs are going on right now, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to get back in the NHL feel. NHL has been my go-to sport since I've been young, so I know a lot about it. I'm very excited to work with what I got. It looks like we'll start with the second overall pick this year. We'll let Buffalo get the top guy. But that's actually very good to work with. Starting off, we're gonna be able to do a lot of fun things with this series. Like how we pinpoint guys we liked in the draft, who's looking good statistically in college, who we'll be looking forward through. And taking it slow, enjoying the ride, and we'll try and do like 5 or 6 seasons. Hopefully we can keep it fun. And guys that we've been impressed on, guys that have been underwhelming to us this season, we are definitely going to be taking it a bit slow. And I do want to put it on a decently high difficulty. Not too high, because I want to play, but I also want to lose and win. A difficulty that kind of does both. Gameplay, sliders. No, I think I was... No, that's definitely not right. I'd give that like an 8. Oh, yeah, let's just take a quick look. Fatigue effect. I think even's fair. These are like settings I've never seen before. That's actually kind of cool. I know I can mess around with the physics in game. That's kind of cool, but I don't want to mess with any of that. I just literally want the difficulty. That's not. I'm not quite finding it. Maybe it's just in rules. Yeah, semi-pro. We'll put it on pro to start, and we'll see if it gets a little too easy. Yep, all rules are still saying the same. Turned off all the fog of war. We want to have fun knowing what we're doing. You can't always just tell a prospect. But yeah, let's get going. All right, so the Seattle Kracken. Just getting all of my writing ready. First, let's take a look at, do we get anyone now? Do we have any roster? I don't think so. We don't get any roster. Okay. Perfect. So the expansion draft is where we do start. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, so we decide our fate. Do we go early heavy? I don't think early heavy's fun. I want to get as many young guys as we can with a few veterans that we feel like correctly place us. We want no bad contracts. We want to be able to work with what we got. And I think starting off that Larson looks good, but let's look at the goalies through. Hold up. Alright, top goalies in the expansion. Let's go. Looking at the Ducks, all they have is Stolars. What are goalies we definitely think we could take? Definitely not Halak. So first guy, so anyone with 1-year deals, their contracts are up. We do have to keep an eye on that. Alright, let's see. Khudobin, Bernier. Is that a starter down there? AHL starter. Caden Folker. Mike Smith. Koskinen. Dreiser. Well, at least write down Chris Dreiser. He's already an 84 overall. I kind of put any goalie above 83 as a chance to be a very decent starter to start out. So he's 27 years old. He's 84 overall. And needs contract. So we'll keep an eye on that. And he is in Florida, who the Caps are playing right now, and that's my go-to team. Kind of crazy. Okay. Quick, definitely not. Talbot, definitely not. Jay Gallen, not really interested. Pekka Rinne. Pretty sure he just retired. Definitely not. Aaron Dell, no. None of these guys. Matt Murray's too expensive. Elliott. Tristan Jarry already has a 3-year, $3.5 million, 2-year, $3.5 million deal. So we just came from a game where we just signed Juan Soto to a pretty technically like 22 million, but like at the peak $46 million in a season. And we're talking about a guy making 3.5 million over 2 years. That's kind of insane. So Tristan Jarry of the Penguins. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. Who is 2683. Do we think Chris Dreiser is going to want more than Tristan Jarry? And looking at the statistics, probably. Moving over. How good's Casey DeSmith as well? He's not there. Max Legacy. Definitely not Martin Jones. I literally knew he was going to have like one good season and then get paid for it. Like, he got one good season right here. And that's honestly just due to wins. And that was probably his team around him. So his statistics weren't good, but he won 36 games. Hell, in a span of 4 years with the Sharks, I guess it's also just been, like, time. And then look at that. Like, he had one more good season in the past 2 years. The Sharks, he's just shown that it was the Sharks and not Martin Jones. And he got paid because the Sharks thought it was him doing it. Ville Husso. You cannot, at least as a third-string goalie to minor league starter, Ville Husso. He is only a fringe starter. But as I did say, I do want to know you can't really use that against him, his potential, because we don't exactly know his potential. He's 26. He's the same age as the other goalies, but what he does have is that 1 year, $750K contract. So if we do decide to go with someone else from Florida or Pittsburgh, we still have Ville Husso. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. Who's a 2366 French starter? Evan Fitzpatrick, who just came off a 9.29 a 1.66. That's crazy. Getting 3 games for the Thunderbirds. Okay. Okay. Spencer Martin. You could always think of Bluetooth. David Rittich, to be honest. 28.82. D. Rittich. I've seen him get up to like 84. And then he needs a new deal. And that will be Toronto. And this is still saying Bluetooth is in Toronto, so Toronto as well. Frederick Anderson, who needs a new contract. It would be someone I have not used. So, but he is 31, 87. Rich does awesome. So yeah, they both need new deals. It looks like they held on to Jack Campbell. Braden Holtby, not really too interested with the other goalies available. And then another one that we really need to keep an eye on is Washington. Vitek Vanacek for sure. Not a bad stat line for a guy that is literally 25 years old, 83 overall, and has a 1 year, $750K deal. Right now, so I honestly will definitely start Vanacek. I think he's the best bang for buck option. We do get to sign him this offseason, long term as well. We can extend him this offseason. So for what we're looking for, Vanacek is definitely one of our future stars. Okay, Laurent Brosseau, not bad, needs a new deal. And Eric Comrie as well, not bad, but needs a new deal. So, looking at this, El Brosseau. Gotta respect it though. Needs a new deal. And honestly, just because of that might honestly stir us away from the player. Because we have 2 guys that we could literally take in Vanacek and Husso and be paying goalies at $1.5 million perspective for the first season. Because honestly, with that, you never know, we could be drafting our future goalie in this upcoming class. Could not be. We don't know. And then there's a good chance with that it either booms or we just find new goalies. But for a team where we could use the money elsewhere, and what is our salary cap? We have $81.5 million in cap space. Here are some of our goals in year 1. Let's definitely talk about our year 1 goals. We want $15 million in available cap space. I think is honestly nice. To be around 66 and then adding any one-year rentals. This is not counting one-year rentals because the money comes back to us. So having 15 million in cap space for the next offseason, I would like one superstar, so elite. One star defenseman, and the rest we build. A guy that we can say that will be here for the next 5 or 6 seasons. What we need in year one is just to find the personality in the team and at least one or two guys that we know could be the long-term answer for us. Who's going to be playing statistically well for in any season we play. He fits our system. We find a head coach where we can build a system around and go from there. But yeah, that really just comes down to what we choose in our roster. And going back to goalies, that is a very big issue, is keeping goalies around long term, because they're very inconsistent in play unless if your name's frickin' Vasilevsky. So Eric Comrie, who is 25, 80, and needs a new contract. Okay. And he's from Winnipeg. Alright. So, let's now go through the expansion draft team by team. The Anaheim Ducks, they do not have a goalie we want. So we can look by age. Like we said, we want young guys. And honestly, the answer is already right there. It's either Larson or Goalie. And Goalie has the contract on his side, but like we said, we want guys long term. If he's not statistically a guy we're looking for, then we're going to move past. His defensive awareness is 85 and his offensive awareness is 82. He has very balanced stats for a two-way defender, so he fits his role well. Defensive defenseman, so his defensive stats are going to be higher and his offensive stats are going to be lower. 83 passing for him. Goalie's probably going to have like 80. Wow. Goalie, honestly, is way better offensively except for passing. Like, his shooting's probably way better. Because it's 87 and then 79, 78. And Larson is 86, 85 with 77. So yeah, shooting is way down, but he's faster. He's a faster defenseman. He's more of a guy that's going to fit a long-term top 6 role. So actually, I'm going to go with Larson over Goalie. And we have him for 1 year at 1.2 million. So we are going to start our roster out with a defenseman outlook. And I'm going to give about 7 lines. Let's do 8. Because we need to think about minor league too. 7, 8, and then lefty, right D. We're gonna do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then goalies we'll do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And honestly, at that point, we should have done like 2 more because prospects, you know. But alright, so Jacob Larson we're definitely putting at that 3rd string left defense off the bat with our first pick. Jacob Larson, which is going to be kind of nice. He is 2480, right? 2480. I want to see his player card again. So we definitely want to put it on the as far left side of the page though. So Jacob Larson. It's 2 S's. $24.80 defensive defenseman. So very young left defenseman. We're definitely going to be hoping that plus/minus rating is great. Alright, and that's our first pick. With the second pick in the expansion draft, we go over to Arizona, who we know is not going to give us too much. Oh, especially nothing. Let's look for a prospect, and we're going to get it. And right defenseman, I'll definitely put him at the bottom of the prospect pool. He'll probably be one of our lower tier prospects, but he has that high top 4 defenseman potential, and he has 2 years to get there. Will he get there? Definitely not, but most likely not. So we're gonna put Vili Saharvi. Sarajarvi is what his name is. Sarajarvi. Sarajarvi. Vili Sarajarvi, who is a 24-year-old 72. What type of defenseman? What are we looking for? Two-way. Two-way defenseman. High top 4. We'll say decent ceiling for him. Definitely do this. Decent ceiling. So we'll definitely see how he plays in the minors. He's going to be one of the backline minor leaguers. Okay, so that's good. So our Jarvie is going to be our second pick. So an 80 and a 72. Going over to Boston. Like we said, we wanted to start. We know Taylor Hall is going to be a lot of money, so we'll probably steer away. But like we said, we want good youth and age. 23. So Jake DeBrus definitely gives us the best vibe. He'll be a little expensive the first year, but I think we can get a discount unless if he starts playing really, really well. You need goal scorers. He definitely gives a good shooting vibe. He doesn't have the best slap shot, but his wrist shot has great stat lines to it. He's a very good passer. Jake DeBrus literally looks like one of our top 3 line left wingers right here, off the bat. He's a sniper. Yeah, only 14 points in 41 games. That's that's very disappointing. 2 years ago, he had 27 goals in 68 games. We'll have to see how he does. I think a change of scenery as well. Get him out of Boston is a right move. Right now, he's our number 1 left winger. Jake DeBrus. He is 24.81. Fresh scenery is what he needs. Sniper. We're hoping for a 30-goal score out of him. Alright. That was our third pick. And we haven't hit any of our goalies yet, right? In the first 3. No, our first one doesn't come till Florida. Alright, Buffalo. McCabe needs new deal. Is the biggest thing. Hokajaru needs a new deal. But like we said, we wanted youth, and I think we already have our pick, and he'll be our 4th string right D off the bat. Henry Hokajaru. Having him in our minor league will be nice off the bat. Hokajaru. And we'll hope to bring him up sometime in the future. Hokajaru. who is 22, 79, has a very high ceiling. That low top D can turn into something, we never know. He is a two-way defender with very balanced stats. His shooting not there, but very balanced backline stats. Looks like he could be the running mate with Jakob Larsson down the road. So young though. Has so much time to grow. I will have no problem working out a deal with him. But two-way defender. So as our second two-way defender on our right D side. Alright. Going to Calgary. They have a lot of those guys that have decent deals, especially Andrew Mangiapane is how I'm pronouncing it. Noah Hannafin. A man that looked like he could have been one of the top defensemen in the league, turned into just a decent defender, has the better defensive stats that we've seen, but 3 years at $5 million, I'd rather find my own defenseman to pay that much. Shillington, he's youth. Thing is, Hannafin's the same age as Shillington. With a good growth span, you never know. But Mangiapane, two-way forward, looks like a third liner, very good one too. And for 1 year, he's making third line money. Could be very, very good for our third line. Very fast, very, very good defense, except for shot blocking. So yeah, looking at that, very decent shot, very decent all our way around. His defense is very solid, so he could play center for sure. I'm pretty sure right now. Okay, just a very good defensive winger. All right, for our third line, I know he's a higher overall than our first line projected guy right now, but I think that's where he's at. Mangiapane will be our next selection. 2583. Two-way forward. All right. That was our fourth pick, right? Fifth pick. And now on to the sixth. Carolina Hurricanes, Dougie Hamilton does make sense. We set in our goals. 1-star defenseman. He's around a perfect age for us. He needs a new deal. We'll be happy to strike a new deal with him. Sky's being paid too much. Gardner's too old for us. Jesper Fast just isn't that good. I like 2 years, $2 million being locked in a deal. Just not really what we're looking for. This is honestly the perfect team to go for our defensive star, as it's either him or Morgan Geekie. 6'3", probably a very good fourth line center. Just isn't anything great. So definitely here is where we're gonna take our X Factor defenseman. Does he have a lot? No, he just has seeing eye, great shot through screen, so he's great for the power play, and then send it, great for sending passes. He's a very good offensive defenseman, I'm guessing, two-way defender with very elite defending stats, very great passing, oh my gosh, I don't even have to speak about it. Our number one, Hamilton can get near 10 million, I wouldn't care. Dougie Hamilton, 2888. Will be our right defenseman, two-way defender. Let's get an offensive defenseman at the here soon, hopefully. But there was not even a question in that sixth pick, right? Yep, sixth pick. On to the 7 for Chicago. Waiting on Florida for a goalie. Okay. So, The problem with Nikita Zadorov, right? He's stuck at top 6 defenseman potential, so he's not going to get more than an 82 overall, and that's if he's playing his best. He has great shot blocking for that back line. He meets the defensive perspective pretty nicely. So, backing out real quick. Nice. Nice. Gotta love chat. Okay. So what I was looking for is going back to our first pick, Larson, and saying, is there anyone else in the Ducks we like? Especially if goalie is a right defenseman. So they're both lefties. Larson's a defensive defenseman. Goalie is a two-way defenseman, because we just found another defensive defenseman. But Larson has a higher ceiling, even though he he's not 6'6" with 90 shot blocking though for that penalty kill. He is more athletic, so he's able to do more without it. Is there anyone else? Not really. If anything, we're looking somewhere else in Chicago. You know what? Okay, looking at Vinny Hinostroza, alright? Won't be able to shot block. He's not a penalty killer at all. But he's a fringe second, third line offensive playmaking. I don't think he's that much of a two-way forward at all. Can't hit. He's a playmaker. He is like that third line center playmaker that will not be on a penalty kill. But I know Hinostroza can be pretty dang decent. Might as well give him the shot, right? For right now, our third line pick is Vinny Hinostroza, who is 2780, two-way forward for a third line. I'd say he's a two-way forward without the physical and some of the defensive stats like shot blocking. So, definitely keeping him away from the penalty kill. So that means our fourth and fifth string centers need to be good penalty killers. Okay, looking at that center position right now. Going into Colorado. Who is available? We start with Eric Johnson, who just has a horrible deal for 2 more years. Donskoy, 2 years, $4 million. Not horrible. But a guy that needs a new deal. I don't think he'll stay on $5 million salary. I've honestly been able to get him good deals. I'm not even thinking twice. Our first 3 lines of left wing is set. And Brandon Saad, who is 2882. So DeBrusque, Sad, Mangiapane is our left wingers, and he is a two-way forward, right? Yeah, but can put up some great seasons. All right, I don't even think we have to keep looking, but let's sort by age. See if there's a prospect that we can't really not go for. JT Compher, 2 years, $3.5 million. Need right wing. Let's see what he looks like. So he is a two-way forward. So he'd be on that third line. He is 26 years old, so whatever that is going to be his potential. He has good potential. It's not going to go anywhere. Decent skating, decent defense, very good face-offs, good body checking, a okay shot. He's an okay third liner. And knowing I can get Brandon Saad in free agency either this year or next year, it's going to erase him off the board and finish our third line of Magia Payne, Hinstroza, and JT Compher. Alright, who is 26 and 81. Looks like a great penalty killer, to be honest. With if Hinstroza goes in the box, anytime he does, Compher can come in and play center. If Hinstroza gets injured, Compher can come play center. So, I think that's very valuable at that pick. Alright. So we have one guy in our top 6 right now. Gustav Nyquist, not where we're looking. Another defensive defenseman we need to look at is Gavrikov. Great balance, great body checking, no shot. But penalty killing aspect, he's okay. He's not anything we need to be excited for, though. What about grinder Eric Robinson? Two-way forward Eric Robinson. I thought he'd be a grinder. Okay. Sometimes you're just taking depth, and here I think that's what we're doing. Let's get a big body in Kevin Stenlund. Two-way forward, he's not athletic. He's not even a good defender. Doesn't have a good shot, doesn't have good passing. He's honestly just a depth forward. Our 6th right wing spot will be Kevin Stenlund. Or do we just take a depth goalie? A backup minor league goalie here. Cam Johnson. Just to not really take anyone and just let him go. Might as well. Take him and let him go. Alright, going on to Dallas. Vatanen needs a new deal. We need an offensive defenseman. He has very good endurance. Can play a long time. Pretty decent defending stats. If we need a defensive defenseman, he can somewhat be that. Just a very good power play guy for us on the second power play. Sami Vatanen. He's a lefty guy. Slots in perfectly, too, in our second lefty pairing. 30, 82, Odie. Not bad. And then goal, yeah, perfect. Team's shaping up decent right now. Sami Vatanen. Alright, looking at another left winger because we let go of Brandon Saad. He has a 1-year deal, so if we don't like him, trade deadline, get a second round pick out of him. I did not mean to select him, but he is a sniper as well. It's Robbie Fabry right now, so let's go to age. Let's see if there's another guy. Top 6. Right here, it's either him or him, pretty much. So looking at Taro Hirose, definitely is not going to make it to Fabry level, though. Had 2 points in 6 games in the NHL, but isn't AHL season, point per game, good assist numbers. Didn't really play. He hasn't really cracked out in the AHL yet. But we'll keep an eye on Taro Hirose. But Fabry is definitely the pick. The man has in 30 games played, 18 points, 52 games played. He's not played an 82 game season. He looks like a half point per game player, which isn't bad for a second line left winger. It's not great, but it's not bad. He has one more chance to crack out a top 6 before he starts falling down teams' rosters. Robbie Fabry on a 1-year deal with us is not bad at all. Robbie Fabry, 25.82. Has a chance to definitely succeed in this offense. Sniper. Alright, Edmonton. Connor McDavid? Nah, definitely not. Hey, I don't mind this one at all. Getting a Tyson Barrie if needed, but let's take a look at youth. Fourth line penalty killer. We kind of got to look at Shujar Kara, but we'll take a look here in a minute. Alright, let's go by overall. There's a lot of guys to take a look at. There's Adam Larson, who needs a deal. Tyson Barrie, who needs a deal. Barrie has a decent chance, though, that if we sign, we don't keep. And there's a great chance he'll be in the in free agency, right? So maybe now's not the time to take that pick, and we go with someone else like Kara. We'll have to wait and see. Adam Larson. So 2 right defensemen too, and right defense kind of need one more, but not in a large contract. Ideal. I think we could easily get Adam Larson on a cheaper deal. But yeah, let's look at our more favorite defensemen. Looking at Tyson Barrie's defensive stats, it's not as elite as Adam Larson's, right? Adam Larson has top tier penalty killing defense on him that we need more than Tyson Barrie, but Tyson Barrie can play power play with that 93 passing and 92 puck control. Our power play would be very deadly. For our number 1 right D position. And then that very good wrist and slap shot power and a pretty good accuracy behind it. Dude could be looking at like 15 to 20 goals a season on the defense. So right now, I'm definitely going Barrie over Larson. You do have Duncan Keith for 2 more years, who can play penalty kill, but that's about all he can play. He's not horrible in playmaking, but he's not great. 15 points in 60 games, not great. 10 points in 50 games. Like, look at those numbers. He easily can be 40 assists, 10 goals. It's honestly Barrie, unless we try and wait till the free agency to get him. Because looking right now, it's him or Kara. Kara's also a guy that could probably hit free agency as well. Had 11 points in 40 games. It's not horrible at all for a 4th liner. Great aggressiveness, great body checking. Has good power in a shot. Not the accuracy, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, why not go? It's a very tough decision. I think you just have to get Tyson Barrie on the team. See if we can come to terms with a deal. If not, just let him hit free agency again. And hope Kara's just there in free agency. Alright, and we're here at Florida. So, right here we took Tyson Barrie, our 2nd string defenseman, for our right D. Tyson freaking Barrie. 86 overall. Offensive defenseman as well. If we decide to go 2 defensemen on our offensive pairing. If not, Vatanen, I would rather have Barrie be that guy, and then have Vatanen play on that second line defense. But yeah, we have to click back in one more time to see the age and all that. 29-86 of Tyson Barrie. So 2 veteran ages in our defense, but I'm 3 honestly, but I don't mind it. Especially if we're gonna have a bunch of youth defensemen. We're gonna hope crack the NHL. Alright, Tyson Barrie. Bet. And then looking at Florida, we need... Is there top 6 forwards? No. And top lefty? No. But Brandon Montour can easily fill up that right D and finish it off, other than an extra right D prospect that we'll need. Okay. Looking at... Can't really power play the best. Not bad at it, though. He's very, very good at skating. Decent physicals, not bad. Okay shot, not great. Good offensive awareness, though. What's his stats like? 18 points in 50 games. That's probably about 20 to 30 in a season. He's not the biggest in offense. Okay, he's an option. No. Nutivara, 1 year, $2.7 million. He'd already have his contract. He's another right defenseman. No goals, 10 assists in 30 games. Okay, can't shoot. Okay skating stats. Okay power play stats. Okay hitting stats. Can't be mad with them. No playmaking. He's just not the guy we're looking for. Frank Vetrano on the 4th line, if we would think about it. Okay, 18 goals in 56 games. Undrafted guy. He's a little short. I put Frank Vetrano, if we would take him, at our 5th right wing spot. I'm going to disrespect him a little bit. He's a little undersized. He's a little light, but he does bring some good puck skills and shooting stats to the table. Decent skating. He's not insane in any way. So, I would still probably go Montour over him. Just because we can renegotiate with Montour and let him go if we don't want him. And then if that, you're thinking of center, 5th center prospect, Sorelli, at that point. And Alexi Sorelli, who doesn't have anything to bring to the table other than minor league play. Not really where we're looking. So, prospect-wise, no one's there. Noah Jolson, right D. He finishes out that right D position, or does not yet. That was what Montour's for. Hasn't come to his own in power play. Has good skating stats, not amazing. He has to grow into that defensive defenseman role. He's not going to have puck skills. He's not going to have shooting skills. He's not the most physical for a defensive defenseman. So, if anything, we're going Montour here. We're going Montour here. Brandon Montour to finish out that defense with Larson. Not bad. 27-82. That right defense team is going to be nice. 2-way defense. Alright. Going into LA. Oh, but that was also our first goalie too. Which was Dreyer. I can move past him. I'll go with Montour here. I gotta follow. Okay. Do we need another left winger? 4th line. He would have to fit a 4th line bill. No. I don't think so, but let's start by age. See if we can find a good prospect. Not really there. don't have the top sixes here. Okay. It's literally Iafallo and Brown here. Unless we see one of these guys being a good prospect for us. So we'll see. Starting with Alex Iafallo. 30 points, 55 games. Looks very good in that aspect. Good puck skills. Good shooting. Doesn't quite have the penalty killing that I like. Has good skating. Decent physicals. A little less than decent physicals. We can move forward. Dustin Brown, 31 points, 49 games. Decent penalty kill. Good body checking. Not the most athletic. He's a bigger guy. 36. Has 1 year left at a high deal. Needing a veteran guy, that's not always a bad thing. You know what? Probably Dustin Brown's the pick. Carl Grundstrom. 11 points in 47 games. Stats would be there if he had penalty kill. Didn't like the penalty kill stats. I don't like the penalty kill stats on him. He doesn't really... Oh, 90 of what? Durability. Brendan Lemieux. Now that's penalty kill stats I think can grow. Great physicals, great durability. Brendan Lemieux is a very nice backliner. Brendan Lemieux. Who is 25.78. Grinder. Just put grind. Yeah, we just... I don't know. Okay. We picked Brendan Lemieux. Wild. Not Sokolov. Ian McCoshen. He's top 6 or 70. Already got the top 9. Ryan Hartman, 22 points. Not horrible. Do we need lefty prospects? Yeah. So we'll put him at our back. Ian McCoshen. We'll hope he gets somewhere, but he's pretty far back right now. He's 25.76. And he's a DD, right? Yeah. He'll be pairing with Valley Sarajarvi. So we'll take Ian McCoshen here for our team, and then now we go to the Canadians. What was the next team? Pitt. Okay. We don't need another right D. We can already look away. Where we can look is our top guy being Philip Denault for our center position. Okay, let's go by age. Let's find the prospects first. If there is any. Doesn't look like there is any, so we'll look by potential. So we have 5 guys to look at here, and only 2 are under 30. 4 because we're not even looking at Shea Weber. Ben Chariot. We need we don't need backline defense, and our depth guy could use a depth guy, but he's not a depth guy. He's a little too expensive for that. Okay, so neither of these guys. Gustafsson. Kind of needs to get back in this league, but he's not a depth guy, and that's not what we need in a left defenseman. Okay, let's look. Decent penalty kill stats at best. Decent endurance. Okay aggressiveness. And physical. Okay physical, I should say. Okay shot. Nothing to be crazed about. Good offensive awareness and discipline. We like that. We like the senses. And he has good... He's a good offensive... He's an okay offensive defenseman. Might be looking to try and get back here. He honestly... I don't know how he compares. He's younger than Sami Vatanen. I know we liked some of the options of Sami Vatanen. No, he didn't. It's Dallas. It wasn't. No. 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 Cogliano is depth, but no. Yeah, no. I'm not interested. We're not interested in anyone from Montreal, really. Thing is, can Gustafsson be our top guy? If not, we look at Thomas Tatar, who we think we could probably do something with. He'll probably be our top right winger. So our left wing's stacked. Very good shot, very good puck skills. Very good skating stats. That's what we're looking for in a top right winger. We're looking at Thomas Tatar for right now. .30, 84, sniper. So now we definitely need a center playmaker. We also should have looked at Denault, though. Philip Denault is probably going to want to get paid, but 24 points. He did have a great year. Did not have a great year. But in a year, he's finished full. 50 point. He's a 50-point player. Maybe with guys with DeBrusk and Tatar, he could get a bit more. Or, well, it's a choice, and I'm honestly going to go with Philip Denault here. I think that's the better of the two, instead of putting Tatar on his opposite side, where I think he is more of that left winger. Philip Denault, the first line center. 28-84, needs a new contract. Hopefully we can come to a deal with that. And then center, second line still is needed. And now we go over and see Eric Holla, who is like a poor man's Philip Denault for the second line. Man can put up assists in NHL. When he was with Vegas, he put up he's a 50-point player. A little bit more of a goal scorer. And he's a half-a-point player right now, so Eric Hall is a good one if we want to try and stay cheap with our second line center. I think we go with it. Eric Holla. Getting us some centers in our last two picks. 30-82. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you're a two-way forward. We're putting a playmaker with Robbie Fabry. Hopefully that turns out. New Jersey. One-year deal, $9 million PK Subban. We don't need it. We already have right D solved. Lefty, although we do not. And Ryan Murray sounds like a good option to finish off our lefty position. Although Will Butcher is on contract, could grow from the season. We're going Will Butcher. Well, let's look at stats. Only played 23 games last season. In a full season, he can drop 30 points, 40 points. Will Butcher is just coming off 2 seasons and needs a new team. Ryan Murray just isn't as crazy of a player as Will Butcher could be. We want that upside. So, our top left defenseman will be Will Butcher, who is 26 and 82, and he is a two-way defender. Two-way defender. To pair with Dougie Hamilton. Great. Love the pick there. He can grow so quickly, and he has a year on his deal. Okay. That we can extend this offseason. That's beautiful. Okay. Like we said, we need fourth line penalty kill. Does Casey Cizikas fit that? Very much so. In every aspect. Yeah, let's go Cizikas. We get a new deal with him. The only other guy I would see here is Kyle Palmieri being that right winger for us for the short term. Looking at stat lines, can he be that guy still? He hasn't been since 2019-2020, that 30-goal scorer for us. I just don't think it's there. When he was with the Devils, for sure. When he was with the Devils, for sure. I'll say that, but he's kind of out of that mold. Yeah. But yeah, it's either Zajac, veteran. Definitely be on the 30-year-old, but still, yeah, definitely. That face-offs is insane, though, for penalty kill. But we'll go with Casey Cizikas. He's younger. He's more ready to be our penalty killer for a longer time period. Casey Cizikas, our fourth line center, 30-80. Our top center penalty killer. And, yep. Two-way forward or grinder? Two-way. And we only have one right winger right now. Alright. We have two right wingers right now. Who's our other right winger right now? Comfer? It says we have two. Oh, Hinostroza is a right winger. Still a center in my book. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely a center in my book. Not a right winger. Alright. I think that's a safe pick right here. I don't even think I'll think twice because D'Angelo has character issues. He's kind of out of himself. And Libor Hajek, he's tall, defensive defenseman. He'll be our number 4 right now. He'll be the guy with Hogajaru. Libor Hajek, he's going to be great for the minor leagues. And he has really good upside. He's only 23, 77 defensive defenseman. Why not? Hokajaru is going to have a nice guy to play with. Julian Gontier, I know, can play great as well. He's not going to be a penalty killer, though, for our back lines. And I accidentally click him. Hajek will be the guy we go with here. Alright. Ottawa. I guess we're going with a prospect here. Maybe Mike Amadio can be like good penalty kill for us. He's just not there. You know what? Even though we didn't write him down, with our 4th goalie spot, we're going to go with Joey Dackard. Definitely want a 5th goalie as well. 5th goalie prospect. Dackard, 2477. Okay. Joey Dackard, welcome to the team. Did not like anyone else there. We have one more team before we think about goalie again. I don't think Flyers had anyone we were interested in. Not one bit. Okay, 2 years, $7 million on JVR. Could be okay. Let's go by potential. It'd either be him or Shane Gostisbehere. Lefty. We don't need defense. We only need prospect defense. And then we don't need left wing. Can he play right wing? He cannot. So Florida really doesn't help our strength. So we're hoping for Abe Kubel to be playing some penalty kill for us. That shot blocking's too atrocious. Man. Carson Twarnski, moving the right wing. He could get there. 2374 Carson Twarnski. He'll be our number 7 prospect. Well, I'd probably put him around there. Twarnski. Twarnski. And he's 2374. Grinder, right? Oh my god. Grinder. Yep. We'll see. We'll see what we get out of them. And then Pitt, where we could be looking at our number 1 or number 2 goalie, and Tristan Jarry. So looking at Jarry, he's ready now. I say we wait on Pittsburgh unless we like anyone else. And it would have to be at the right wing position, and it doesn't look like it's going to be. Any other good potential guys? Ashton Reese. We need penalty killers at the wings. He looks like he could get there, but how much more development is really left in his game? It's not much. He has no durability. He's just not it in this game. 2 years left on Dumoulin. We don't need defense. Mark Janikowski, can he play some penalty kill? He cannot. Sam Lafferty, penalty kill. Not right there. Angelo. Shot blocking is too atrocious. I'm surprised. There's a 6'5" guy somewhere I just saw. Angelo. Oh. Doesn't use his size well. 1 year, 2.6 for a penalty killer. Can't shot block. Still has good power in his shot. Still has 17 goals in his game. Tucker. Okay. Brandon Tanev, I know, can penalty kill pretty damn good. Is it worth 4 more years at $3.5 million though? Definitely not. Tristan Jarry it is. Welcome to the team. Number 1 goalie. I think he's 25. $26, 83 goalie. Two hybrids. All right, and then looking at San Jose potentials. We're looking for probably penalty killers here. Rudolph Balcers, No shot blocking. Leninov. No shot blocking. Box. No penalty kill at all. Patrick Marleau. Okay. Matt Nieto. Jaros. I think Jaros is the pick here. Could prove to be valuable later in his career. Christian Jaros. 25.77. And he is a DD. We're just not drafting right wing at all. I'm going to be going right here for a penalty kill. Shot blocking, no! Also Mike Hoffman too, but they always can get Hoffman. Zach Stanford. We really went with no winger prospects at all. We filled up the defensive prospects though. 26.81 as well. Him and Comfer will be messing around for that third and fourth wing right wing spot. Eric Cernak. 2 years at great price. That's almost... Gotta love Cal Foot's penalty kill though. You can't pass up Eric Cernak though. That's even way better penalty kill. Oh my god. Bye bye Brandon Montour. Eric freaking Cernak. Insane value. Eric freaking Cernak. 20 freaking what? 583? Or was it 2483? My gosh. 2483. What type of player? DD. Absolutely absurdity that we just got out of Tampa. And then now we have a Florida pick. Go back to. It's not out, but I'm putting pants on. It's hot dog underwear though.
Why do you even own that?
Because why not?